Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to use geometry nodes to create a spiral animation using a node called vector rotate. As you can see over here, I have a bunch of spheres that are spiraling out upwards. Here I have used a sphere as an instance, but you can use any other object as your instance. Let's get started. So here I am in my geometry nodes tab. Let's add a cube, and for this cube I'll add a new geometry nodes tree. Let's remove the input and instead I'll add a curved line. In the viewport you can see a curved line, and this is how you can change the starting and ending points. Let's keep the starting point at 0 minus 3 0 and ending point at 0 minus 3 2. Let's add a resample curve, and we can use this node to increase the resolution of our curve or number of segments in the curve. Next I will add instance on points and use an icosphere as the instance. Let's reduce its radius. 0.05 is the radius, and I'll also increase the subdivisions. Let's make it 3. In the resample curve, you can change the mode to length and change the value of this length parameter to increase the number of instances. After instance on points, I'll add a node set position just before the group output. And I will connect a vector rotate node to set position. Connect the output to the position input. To the vector input of vector rotate, connect a position node and change the type to z-axis. Add a separate xyz node connected to position and connect the z output to a multiply node. And the output of this multiply node will be connected to the angle. So here you can see we have a circular or spiral shape, and our instances are evenly distributed on the spiral. You can always change this length parameter in the resample curve to change the number of instances as per your requirement. And this multiply value will determine how high your spiral can go. Right now we can see the radius of this spiral is quite huge, and let's do something to control this radius. So I will add a separate xyz node between position and vector, and I will also add a combine xyz like this. Let me rearrange these nodes and make some space. Connect Z output to Z input like this. Now I'll add another multiply node and connect the Y output of separate XYZ to Y input of combine XYZ through this multiply node. Now with this value parameter of multiply node, we can control the radius of spiral like this. The height of the spiral will remain unchanged. It's just the radius that we are controlling. You can also create groups in geometry nodes by selecting the nodes that you are interested in and press F. And then press N to open the side panel, and you can change the color of the group as well as change the font size of the title. So it's a good practice to keep your nodes organized so that if you come back to this later, you should be able to figure out what was the logic. And it's also useful if you are sharing your geometry nodes with others for collaboration. Now let's add some keyframes to this multiply node value. And with the help of these keyframes, we can animate our spiral like this. So like I said before, instead of spheres, you can use any object right to your spiral animation and use it in your motion design projects. Thanks for watching.